privilege, it's a gift. And you use it for the good of mankind.
and they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city. But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Wipe out.
All right, what is going on, everybody? What is going on? We are going to start this live right now. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. So we are going to go over the charts together here today. We're going to mark up, okay, what I believe is going to be happening right now in the markets this week. I'm super excited to be trading this week because it is going to be a big week. And not just that, okay, we've predicted some pretty big moves, especially the Bitcoin drops. Okay, a lot of people haven't, they're not really aware of what's going on in the space, in the crypto space, and everywhere else here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of break everything down here real quick, and we'll get it rocking. So let me lower the music here, and we'll get it going here. So real quick, guys, before I break down what I believe is going to be happening, okay, in the markets, let's first look at news here. Obviously, news affects everything, okay, that we do. So I have to be able to identify what's going on in the news. Then from the news, we'll be able to start jumping and making some assumptions here in the market. Monday on gold and BTC, need to get news. Let's get in, pull back. Okay, we'll give a direction of the market. Well, I'll tell you guys where the market's going. I have an idea. Medium CPI for CAD came out today, which was okay, decent news. GDP this week, we have USD. Let's take a look deeper here. For GBP, we have CPI year over year, which is big. FOMC meeting in minutes. Let's take a look at, one second. The chances of us getting a rate cut in December are getting lower and lower because we don't have data here, guys. We are going to get this week finally the NFP reports. And the NFP reports, which is probably why Bitcoin's already going down, is still very low. Unemployment rate is actually moving higher than expected, which might break the system here. But NFP here at 58K is still really bad. So we're getting back-to-back really bad job reports here. Do we have the government shutdown still in place? Are we officially? No. Now government shutdown is over. But remember how I said the government shutdown was going to be a buy the rumor, kind of sell the news type of thing. So it went up, markets went up, and then they retraced because the data is so bad. The market now has to adjust to the bad data in the markets, okay? Manufacturing index that was negative is going to be up still, but doesn't beat the inflation forecast. So at the end of the day, I mean, the index still being positive at 0.1, it's kind of broken even right now. NFP, that's a big thing. So the big thing we need to look for, guys, is Thursday NFP. Non-farm employment change data is going to dictate kind of, I guess, where the rest of November is going to go. And most likely, if we're going to get a rate cut here in December. If we are, markets are going to start moving to the upside. But if we do not have a rate cut in December, guys, we're going to have a huge downside move, okay, running towards us. And I'm starting to see some more fear in the market, which is why we're seeing Bitcoin drop, okay? But now let's get straight into it here. So what did I go over here? What did I talk about the other week, this week? We talked about, obviously, a break of structure here, okay? We kind of already knew that this was going to happen, right? We had that break of structure here to the upside, okay? Obviously, a mitigation at this zone here. This high was almost taken out, okay? And now what I'm looking for is obviously that retracement, okay? And then potentially a mitigation right now. So now that we've had this zone that I actually marked up last week, you guys can go look at the recordings. I called buys at Dixie here, okay? What I'm specifically looking for potentially is that actually this might head to the downside here. If we do mitigate here, there's a very high possibility, okay, that Dixie and markets actually recover this week, because this area right here is getting mitigated right now. Specifically not this area. I'm talking about this area here. Let me get a little closer here. Specifically this area. If we close above, then we'll have a retracement here and then an extension to the upside. If we don't close above, we're going to close below right here, move to the downside like this, and then an extension to the upside, or down here, then an extension to the upside. Okay. Now, if it does, we're going to have markets drop dramatically. But my thinking here is we got to wait for tomorrow to kind of have it play out and have this closing candle close. Because if we have a close above, the whole markets are bearish this week. If we have it close below, markets are bullish this week because this could potentially break. This still is a technical close here. So what that would mean is in this structural point, we would actually come back to Dixie at 98 here, and it would be a larger pullback, and that would mean markets would rally. That's also another possibility. So right now we're at a very critical time period here. I need to see where this closes because it will tell me if we're bullish or if we're bearish long term. Okay. Wow. This is interesting. I thought we'd see some movement to the upside. Okay. I wanted to see this move to the upside and the buy side, but we're seeing some even worse news here. This is interesting because even the sell zone I thought was going to come here, but it was going to be up here from an order block on a lower time frame. I marked up the order block here. Maybe I miscalculated. I might have miscalculated a lower time frame order block. This is the external structure. I was looking at the order block on the 1 hour and 3 hour. Wow, one mistake could fuck you up. This was the order block I was looking at. This is technically just made a new lower low. Hasn't broken this yet, so we could recover here tomorrow. After that, I'm looking for some type of sell-off here. But internal structure already has this kind of breaking here, so this is very messy. Very, very, very messy. Oh, I don't like how messy this is. It can get messy. There is a possibility that we come back here. We touch this zone here. There is a possibility that we get to there. Huge possibility. There's a real possibility that we move to this downside, guys, here. Okay, there's a huge possibility. But I want to see how we react here. We've had such fast turnarounds here. Russell from the sell zone sold off. Wow. Russell has way better price action than S&P, which is good. Russell is at its last leg. If Russell continues on this downtrend, Russell could go all the way back down to August 2025 levels, which I see happening, to be honest. I see a sell-off for Christmas. I'll be honest with you guys. Going into December, there's no trading volume and people start to take profits. With the record high gains, you're going to start seeing more selling pressure. You're going to see a lot more selling pressure. And people are freaking out. But hey, I've been saying this since the beginning of the year. I kind of already knew where price was headed to. If we get a break or a close here, we're going to move up. I want to see a mitigation and go even lower low here with Russell. Let's look at VIX. Wow. SPX is very, very, very still on that uptrend here. We need to see a close. If there's a close, there's going to be a pullback, but that means there's going to be a lower low with SPX. If there's a lower low with SPX, Bitcoin's going to go to 75K. 100%. I'm actually looking for the pullback with gold. Indecisional candle, run to the upside. Gold's got to fill in this gap here. Gold is a very, very big buy. That means there's going to be a lot of fear in the market. I wonder what's going to bring that fear. Very curious. Wow. Bond market still kind of stagnant in this zone here. I feel like does need to mitigate though. Oh, not perfect, guys. I called some buys here. Didn't go in my direction. It is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. I'm looking for a re-entry though with gold. I don't get them all right. Wow, this looks like a great entry for gold. Wow. This actually might be the entry here. This is a really, really, really good entry. And an extension to the upside here, that would be great. Let's look at gold seasonality too. Let's take a look at this here. And with everything going sideways and the market not doing that great, this might be the trade of the century, guys. This might be a really, really, really good trade. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so usually we tend to get a run mid-November with gold. And we go towards yearly all-time highs here. November is very, very, very bullish for gold. So what does that mean? Let's look at gold's price at the beginning of the year. Where was the gold price in the beginning of the year? At like average 1.2%. This though seems like a good area to start buying. We have 3 waves to the downside. You see the Elliott wave? 1, 2. Looks like the final wave, reaccumulation. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna start buying gold. This looks like a really good buy. Is there a possibility that we even break all-time highs from... There is a possibility. I'm still aiming for 4,500 gold. GU is still in a sell. I'm gonna want to sell GU, USD CAD. I'm gonna want to start buying USD CAD. I'm in some buys here for USD CAD right now. Is the government shutdown over? Okay. I'm pretty sure the government shutdown is over though. I don't know why. Yeah, the government shutdown really opened up. The longest government shutdown is over. USD CAD is going to start running to the upside. So I'm looking for more buys on USD CAD. Let's look at all of crypto here. Remember they called me crazy for taking 30% profits? Here, here, and here. Yeah, look, it looks crazy now. This is bearish as shit. This was a really good sell. Really, really, really good sell. Probably the best sell was here that we called. Minus 21%, while everybody else was trying to buy Bitcoin. People are so dumb, man. I just don't understand why people don't study fundamentals, and they don't study sentiment, and they don't study structure, like price structure. If you just look at the chart, like, all emotions aside, you would have known Bitcoin was a sell here. You would have 100% known Bitcoin was a sell here. And known Bitcoin was, you know, topping off here for sure. So like, I don't know how people are just that ignorant sometimes. Now this actually looks decent. This looks okay. This looks like a mitigation. This didn't make a lower low yet, so it doesn't mean that we're 100% bearish yet. This thing needs to continue making a low, and it needs to close below this, so then that way we can get to lower lows here for others. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance here. Wow. Looks like it's actually going to start moving to the downside. Let's look at Bitcoin. That's the talk of the town here. I'm going to make a video probably tomorrow on how I call the sell here, how I call the sell here, how I call the sell here. Okay. This right here is 100% a falling knife right now. Anybody in Bitcoin, just understand, long term, if you're holding it for the long term, you're fine. This is a falling knife right now. This just closed below the indecisional candle right here with a big red candle. This is a falling knife, so it's going to come back. Price is 100% going to come to this area here, or going to come out to 77 and 80K. Then we'll see a bigger recovery. Okay, but this is a falling knife for sure. Price is, in my eyes, what I believe is 100% coming back to 85K, 84K. Just in my belief, okay? Okay. So, yeah. This thing is going to drop dramatically. This right here, like, I'm gonna let you guys know. This is just what I think. You guys can do whatever you want to do. This institutional area is completely broken, and there's nothing stopping Bitcoin. You're gonna see a drop today and tomorrow at 84K and 82K, for sure. If anything, I want to look for more sells on Bitcoin. That's what I want to look for. I want to sell Bitcoin right now. I wish, or I hope, price can come up here, right? I would love to see that. And I would like to see a short position, a selling short position, to go all the way down to 83K comfortably. Why? Nothing is stopping price. You might have one take profit like here. So we'll probably see Bitcoin go to 88 and then jump up. But yeah, this thing is done. Bearish volume is also taken over, and it's still rattling it back up. Okay, let's look at Solana. Wow. Same thing, right? Sol's done for. Did Sol break? Let's see. If it did, we're in trouble here for Sol. Oh yeah, it did. It 100% did. Okay, this might be an easy trade. If you want to sell Solana, external structure here. Solana's going back down to 118. $118 or most likely. I could see Solana coming back here. To the 112 to the 102 area. That is a sell. Oh yeah, ETH's done. ETH is being held by this zone. ETH's coming back down to 2,200. That'll be a 50% drop in price. Wow. Jupe is done. Wow, MSRT just broke structure. That's not good at all. That is not good at all. We just broke weekly structure. That means MicroStrategy is coming back down here, guys, to 120. Wow, MicroStrategy stock is getting destroyed right now. That would be a 74% drop. What's going on with Nvidia? Wow, Nvidia looks like it's gonna have a huge, like, this looks like the Wall Street cheat sheet, the blow off euphoria. Yeah, it could black swan BTC for sure. Look, BTC is down this much just from Nvidia being down 14%. Now imagine if SPX, dude, we're not even in a bear market fully with SPX. If SPX has a 10 to even 20% retracement, like it's had here, like even a 20% retracement, bro, BTC's going to like 50K, 40K, for sure. And everybody called me crazy. Everybody thought that I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. But guys, it's in the fundamentals. Like, if you understand fundamentals, you're ahead of everybody else. Coin is gonna get plummeted though, for sure. Coin has some opportunity here because there is still some chance for coin. I mean, it's still respecting structure. As long as it's respected, we could still move to the upside. Because coin represents crypto in general, not just, I would say, crypto coins, but the crypto, I would say, space just in general, in terms of a stock. MSRT is just leveraged BTC. But coin has way more, it's not controlled just by crypto, because coin actually makes money in so many other different ways. Fees, we have staking, we have all these different types of things involved with coin. Alright guys, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. This was a great session, and we are going to start streaming live tomorrow morning and breaking it all down. So other than that, I appreciate y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a good one, guys. Peace.